All right, welcome back to the channel. And this one, Andrew is on Pierce Morgan. I think they're going to get into where Trump was talking about the reporter from CNN that never smiles, and Trump was talking, just going off on her how she's a nasty person or whatever. I guess they're going to discuss it on here. Andrew Wilson tells a joke, and dude loses his shit. So anyway, let's get into it. Let's don't waste any time. Let's jump into this.
Let's just turn to another issue. Andrew, I'll come to you on this. A clip of last night. This is in the Oval Office, I think. It's Donald Trump attacking CNN's Caitlin Collins for not smiling.
Now that nothing came out about me, other than it was a conspiracy against me, literally, by Epstein and other people. But I think it's time now for the country to maybe get onto something else.
But what would you say to people who feel like they haven't gotten justice, Mr. President?
Something that people care about. Yeah, what do you say?
What would you say to the survivors who feel like they haven't gotten justice?
You are the worst reporter. No wonder CNN has no ratings because of people like you. You know, she's a young woman. I don't think I've ever seen you smile. I've known you for 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen a smile
well,
on your face.
I'm asking you about survivors.
You know why? You know why you're not smiling? Because you know you're not telling the truth, and you're a very dishonest organization, and they should be ashamed of you.
These are survivors.
No, Andrew.
So before Andrew gets in on this, on everybody else, let's throw my opinion out there. This is one of the reasons I love Trump. I'll just be straight up with you. Just go straight at it. Like when they're spreading lies about Trump and so forth and so on, and they keep trying to butt in, I don't see anything wrong with him calling the person out, calling out the network that is spreading the lies. And it's true. Did he lie? Does the woman ever smile? I've never seen her smile. He didn't lie.
Disclosure, I know Caitlin a bit. I used to do the 9 o'clock slot at CNN. She does that now. I think she's a great journalist, a great correspondent.
Does she
very
smile?
Fair. She smiles all the time.
Oh my
but
God,
she doesn't
you're
smile
being
when she's
such
talking.
a baby.
She doesn't,
You can just say
she
it's
doesn't
bad
smile
when
when.
the
Well, hang on.
president's
Let me,
smiling.
Cameron, I'll come to you.
Oh
Cameron.
no!
I'll
I cracked a joke. Oh, cracked a joke.
Yeah,
oh
here's my point.
Oh.
Andrew, here's my point. Donald Trump has taken in the last sort of year or so to being pretty offensive to female correspondents in particular. Should he do that, or should he be a little bit more respectful?
Yeah, Trump's whole stylistic is being very combative with media. It's one of the things that really worked with him as a strategy in dealing with them. It's one of the most endearing parts of Trump when it comes to the American public's perception of him is the fact that he's extremely combative with the media. And let's not pretend that it's not a big game on both sides. Both sides are playing it. They both enjoy it. It's like a game of cat and mouse, right? Can I get Trump's goat? Oh, I did. Trump kind of had a little go off on me. Now it's big news, right? It's part of the combative nature that he has with the media. It's probably one of the guy's most endearing qualities, honestly. I know everybody is always freaking out about it, but that's the thing that the kids call aura, right? The whole idea that he can have these engagements with these media personalities and it goes viral and people are laughing and they're having a good time. I mean, it's part of this guy's personality, always has been.
I mean, Lydia, I don't
That's
think
facts.
for a moment, Caitlin.
That's fact. It's like I just said a while ago. That's one of the reasons I love Trump is because he's just not going to take no shit. He's not going to be he's just going to throw it out there and confront these people and say what he's got to say and move on. It is what it is. But the dude on the right, on the very end, the young guy, he's so damn mad right now. Look at this dude's facial expressions through this whole damn thing. This dude is furious.
Will lose any sleep over it. She's a tough cookie. I think she'll probably be quite enjoying the attention on it. It just makes her a little bit more famous and probably gets more people tuning in. But as a woman yourself, if you were disparaged in that way by the President of the United States, whoever it was, would you think that's the right way to talk to female correspondents, female journalists, if you're the president?
before she responds, I think it's stupid for us to continue to say, because she's a female, because she's a woman. But all I've heard for the past, how many years now? 5, 6, 7 years. We're equal. We're the same. We can do because the only reason they are showing so much focus is because she is a woman. If it was a guy that got hit like that, then it would already be news passed by. It's shit like this that keeps the rhetoric going about the women. It's so stupid.
If I was advising Trump, I would not encourage him to do that. Yeah, you don't want to comment on people's appearances, tell a woman to smile. That's just not what he should be focused on. But I guess I understand the point of a lot of folks in the MAGA base want to see him sort of own the libs and own the media. But I think there's a way of doing that in a way that isn't offensive to a woman and her
you don't think it's hilarious?
Smile
you don't
or
think
frown.
You don't think that that's hilarious? Like, it's objectively hilarious when he has these exchanges with media. And media I've seen them go out of their way to kind of make the exchanges happen even because they know it's going to be all over the news. It's news itself when he has these exchanges with these various women. And are you really pretending that it's not hilarious? It is hilarious, right?
Andrew, let's just acknowledge.
I don't think it's objective. I think it's subjectively hilarious. And obviously, you feel that way. There's a lot of people who feel that way. If I was advising Trump, I would not encourage him to take that tack.
I mean, you're smiling right now because you know it's funny. But whatever. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, but I do think it's important. Okay, I'll come to Joe, but I do think it's important to remember that as Caitlin pointed out, it got a bit drowned out, but she was asking him a question about the Epstein survivors. That is not something you would normally crack a smile about as you did it. I don't dispute that Trump's style is popular with people, and sometimes he makes me laugh. I do find it a little bit ugly, I have to be honest, Joe, the way he's gone after some of these female correspondents. And knowing Caitlin, I think she's one of the fairer ones anyway. I never see bias.
That's real rich coming from Piers Morgan. That's real rich. Considering his whole goal is every show he has to have some little snarky bullshit remark about something someone did or something someone said to show focus on. It's so ridiculous. It's such a hypocritical thing here. What this boils down to is it's hypocrites, a bunch of fucking hypocrites trying to act like they're better than others, and he shouldn't have said that, or he shouldn't have said it in such. He shouldn't have said something about her smile. Well, how offensive is it really? I mean, let's break it down. How offensive was it for him to say, "You never smile, never seen you smile"? Is that a true statement? Yeah. I mean, I've never seen her smile either. This is so petty.
It's not like when Jim Acosta used to, literally game those Oval Office pressers and try and make a name for himself.
Yeah, there are a lot of people out there who want to be the story. She's not one of them.
Well, no. we saw it with Don. We actually saw it.
What a dumbass statement. She doesn't want to be the story. Bullshit. I mean, she's there to get a story, first of all. Secondly, her appearance and the way she presents herself is constantly that she wants to be the story. If she didn't want to be the story, they wouldn't have commercials with her in it talking about her. Come on, man. That's such a dumb statement.
With Don Lemon is a classic example, which I was going to come to, because Don Lemon actually all that's happened by going so hardball after Don Lemon, Joe, is it's turned him into a martyr and it's revived his whole career. He's now on Jimmy Kimmel. He's now doing all these big interviews. He's getting big numbers for his YouTube show and so on. I mean, the only winner out of all that is Don Lemon.
Completely, Pierce. Absolutely, completely. He's taken Don Lemon to another level in the stratosphere because he went after him on a case that I think will be dropped. Before you get to Lemon, and I know people want to talk about Lemon, again, this point needs to be made. I agree with Andrew. I know there are a lot of people who love that Trump does this, and I know there are a lot of people who find it funny. but it is also ugly because he has a particular long-standing habit of attacking the physical appearances of female reporters. There ain't nothing funny about that. Miss Piggy, hey, Miss Piggy from a couple months ago, he said to a female reporter, "Shut up, Miss Piggy." Come on, that's not funny.
Yeah, it is.
It is actually funny. That was actually funny. First time I heard it, I laughed. Not only that, my wife was in the room when we heard it, and she laughed. It's funny. That's why, I mean, come on, man. People are so sensitive. But it's funny if he would have said that about a guy. Now let me say this. If said about a guy that's a straight male, then it wouldn't be an issue. But if it was a guy that is like Don Lemon that is gay, then of course it'd be an issue because they're more feminine.
Well,
It was funny. But Andrew,
if somebody, okay, but if somebody said that about, if someone called Melania Miss Piggy, for example, Trump would go nuts, right? So,
Sure.
you know, let's be clear. He wouldn't find it funny.
And if he did go nuts about that, that would also be funny. The thing is like, I think we're like missing the forest through the trees here, right? Yes, it was funny. It was hilarious. It went uber viral. Everybody was talking about it, and a lot of people were laughing about it because it was really funny. It's very unorthodox the way he engages with people, and it's very different. And because of that, people pay close attention to it because they think it's hilarious. And it's like I'm tired of pretending that it's not. I talk to leftists all the time. They get so upset about this stuff, and it's like, come on. People, even I know a lot of them must laugh when they watch. Like Pierce, there's some of those exchanges, you got to laugh at them, don't you?
Of course I do. Listen, I spoke to Trump 3-4 days ago. He called me for a chat. He made me laugh out loud 3 or 4 times. The guy, it was very interesting. It was a comedian last week. I can't remember who it was. There was a comedian who said that he speaks to a lot of comedians on the circuit, on the big pro circuit, and they all agree that whatever you think of his politics, Trump is a natural, brilliant comedian. They all agree. They think his comedic timing, his spontaneity, his ability to make a crowd laugh is like nothing they've seen in any politician. And I think
Pierce,
that
did you think it was funny yesterday? Pierce, did you think what he said about Caitlyn to Caitlyn was funny?
Because I know Caitlyn wouldn't care, and I know she didn't. I texted with her afterwards because I know she wouldn't care. I just thought she'll just think it's funny in terms of she doesn't care.
Did you think when he called the female reporter Miss Pierce, you didn't think that was funny?
No, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't think that was funny, no. I don't think being derogatory about a woman's looks when they're professional journalists trying to do their job. I just think it crosses a line of just being a gentleman, right? And I don't think you should, if you're a man, why would you want to be that guy?
But these same media groups attack him overwhelmingly over his appearance. They attack Melania over her appearance. They attack him all day and all night, these representatives of these media companies. Point. And Trump's like, Andrew, give him a little smack back. And they're like, oh my God, how could he? It's just ridiculous.
I think that's a very fair point. I was about to make it to Cameron, which is if you look at the coverage of the Melania movie, some of the reviews have been savagely personal about her, including how she looks, even though, to me, whatever you think of the Trumps, if you can love them or hate them, Melania, to me, as a fashion icon, is up there with Jackie Kennedy. I mean, she's just the most stylish First Lady since Jackie Kennedy. You can't argue that fact to me. But the Trump derangement syndrome, and I think I may say this with respect, I think you might be a bit of a sufferer of this, means that all bets are off when it comes to the Trumps, right? You can say what you like about them. And therefore, as Andrew said, when the response is to feign outrage when it comes back a bit, it's like, well, okay, but you've been calling him a Nazi for years. Everyone's been hammering Melania in these reviews. You know, what's the difference?
Exactly. You know, what it boils down to is people are too sensitive. You know what I mean? These people are too... I mean, yes, it's okay to get offended a little bit, but at the same time, it's Trump. You know, if you don't want to be insulted, pretty much, you know, you probably shouldn't come at him like you do. If you don't... Here's the thing. You don't see him going at people that tell the truth about what he's talking about. It's only when they take the what's happening with Trump and twist it to push a narrative that is negative toward Trump when he responds like this. So anyway, and all in all, Andrew Wilson tells a joke. This guy on the right he never smiled either in the entire interview. He looked like he was pissed off the entire time. It's just sad, dude. Trump is Trump. That's why a lot of people voted for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not holding back. He's saying what we want him to say most of the time. I want him to confront these people. I asked for a long time, please, somebody have some balls and call these people out. And Trump is there calling people out. So it's funny to me. So anyway, till next time, see ya.